Hey everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of the Advice Dudes. My name is John Ginty.
I'm Colby Sutter.
And I'm Tommy Elliman.
And we're here to give you the greatest advice you have ever heard in your entire life. Now, we are three professionals. So when I tell you that I like to use a catheter 24 hours a day, it's because I actually carry a catheter with me everywhere I go.
It's true. And then you get a lot more work done. You're a lot more productive if you're not going to the bathroom.
Bathroom breaks are the enemy to American productivity.
Seriously.
How most people spend, I think it's almost 6-7 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Total, not at work, but total. So you take that out of work day, you're losing 2-3 hours in a work day.
Yeah.
I'm in the bathroom.
I just used it. I'd like to give a shout out to one of the questions that came in. He seems to be one of our super fans, so we definitely want to recognize him. It's Natron, and he asked, "How do I gain 25 pounds in 5 minutes?" You can't. That's impossible.
It's just impossible.
We can't figure out an answer. So
It's Natron. Keep trying. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Questions. So if you have questions, you can tweet us your questions at Advice Dudes. It's on the screen right now.
our first question today: how much sleep should I get each day?
I find to be most productive, I like to get anywhere between 16 to 20 hours. Really helps because the more sleep I get, the better I can focus for those couple hours. And then hit those 3 to 4 hours hard. Give it all your energy, give it all your time. Instead of working, a good 8, 9, 10 hour, 12 hour day and not being productive, I'm way more productive in that.
I think for me personally, and this is actually a tip that my good friend Nick Murphy gave me, I sleep in 5-minute increments once every hour. So like a 5-minute power nap, 5 minutes, and then that next 55 minutes, I'm going. And I'll do that 24 hours a day.
And it kind of goes along with what Colby says, where you're attacking every moment.
Yeah, wherever you find that productivity time. I mean,
Yeah.
people's bodies are different.
That's true. I think and that's key. Attack it,
What I like to do is I like to get a solid 45-minute block, preferably, like when nothing else is going on during the day. So for some of you, it may be 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 10 to 11. You pick. You find out what works for you. Get a solid 45. You kill the rest of the day.
So you'll work 23 hours straight, is what you're saying?
Yes.
You just get 45.
I got the solid 45. I get the 45 solid straight, and then I go hard 23 hours a day.
I gotta try that one. I say we all swap this week.
Yeah, and then we'll move forward next week.
This will be an interesting experiment.
So I'll try Tommy's way. You try my way.
I'll try John's.
Yeah.
5 minutes every hour.
I don't gauge my business by money because I don't know what's money. So.
All right, we're gonna go to our next question now. What is the best way to dress for a job interview?
I have 2 theories of thought on this one. So a quick story.
Do kids still wear Jinkos?
I think so. I once went to an interview where I wore like a tuxedo. I overdressed. I wore a tuxedo. Everyone that interviewed me was wearing suits and stuff. And I always subscribe to you dress above what everyone else is dressing, or at least what you feel they're dressing. So I wore a tuxedo. I find that really helps. So a lot of people wear suits, a lot of people underdress, whatever. But I find
What kind
dressing.
of tuxedo? Like, do you go Vera Wang or do you go?
I'm not. Wherever I can find a kind of a good deal, I'll go red.
Let me just throw something in there.
Yeah.
How did that interview go?
It went actually really well.
Yeah.
They offered me the job. And I turned it down, obviously, because I have my own business.
Right.
It's important to always dress for the job itself. If you're going to work at a McDonald's, dress like a hamburger. If you're going to work at a Taco Bell, dress like a taco, obviously.
Well, I'll give you guys a real world example right now because I went on an interview today for a bank teller position, and this is what I wore.
Nice.
And the reason I did that is because I wanted to gauge the reaction of the management to this kind of situation, whether it was a kind of a position where they're going to be like, oh.
So did you have your hands concealed the whole time?
Absolutely. I was hands in the hoodie, hood on, hat pulled down low.
How was it? How did they react?
I think they maybe went a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
There was a security guard who attempted to tackle me from behind.
The society we live in.
It's unbelievable. All I am is just an individual walking into a bank for an interview.
Come on.
For an interview. I gave him my note saying I was there for an interview. And, out of the blue, security tackles me.
Again, it's Natron. Keep trying. We really
cannot
appreciate.
Put on 25 pounds in 5 minutes.
Physically impossible.
Physically impossible.
Next time, ask a friend before you actually hit send.
That's good advice. That's good advice for business. That's good advice for life.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I never do it. My name is John Ginty. I'm so excited that you tuned in.
I'm Colby Sutter, and it's always a pleasure.
I'm Tommy Elliman, and we'll see you next week.